メジャー翻訳速報。熱戦を繰り広げたドジャースとパドレスの試合を振り返ります。予想外の活躍を見せた選手たち、そして両チームの戦略に注目です。詳しい解説をご覧ください。今回はこちらを詳しく解説している番組をご紹介いたします。ご感想などありましたらぜひコメント欄までお願いします。それではご覧ください。
And I find it really unique that we went into this season talking about the super team that the Dodgers had with Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, and Freddie Freeman. And when you look at this game, those three guys weren't the headline attractions, really.
Is it rarity? Does it surprise you? Maybe so. Postseason games, they're careful with the horses. And when they beat you we were too careful and we made mistakes and they made you pay for it. I always believe the glue guys are usually in postseason games the ones that either get everything started or make an impact on games, especially games like this. It was Kike Hernandez. He was the guy that did it. He's done it so many times, but he was the guy that did it, and obviously it started with Yamamoto and that bullpen. But I say this all the time. If you don't score a run, you don't deserve to win, right? So this game could have ended 1-0. You didn't deserve to win. The Dodgers played better. The Dodgers froze the Padres, and they did it at the right time. With all the tension that Dave Roberts have gotten doing this, making these moves, he did all the right things.
He did.
Yeah, they did. And I tell you what, the second run made it feel like 5. That second home run made it feel like 5 runs. It kind of changes how you play the game a little more. Now you're thinking we got to get somebody on, we got to do different things. It changes at bats instead of somebody running into one to tie it. But I still believe this home run we'll look at right here with Hernandez. That was, and Darvish knew it as soon as he let it go. That ball was hit. But that's, in this type of a game, that's a backbreaker. When you're scuffling to try to get a base run.
Were we cool with him going back out there to pitch in the 7th?
No, absolutely not.
With that bullpen, I didn't like that move, you know, but. And this isn't Monday morning quarterbacking. That's just the way it is. But I'm going to tell you what, as we look at that Dodger lineup, you talked about the glue guys and we expected the big guys and whatnot. Yamamoto came through big time for the Dodgers. And he was the coveted pitcher free agent this last winter. And the way they brought him back to health, to have him here, to get him ready to play tonight, was genius because you have the lead that the Dodgers had, you have the talent on their roster. They could say, all right, fine, you're pitching in the postseason. We're going to send you here, you're going to rehab, you're going to throw here, here, here. And that's what they did. And
well,
they got what they paid for tonight.
I'll say this, their pitching depth was so weak going into the postseason, they had no chance of winning the World Series. Maybe they could win a series. But looking at Yamamoto, the way he looked tonight, he looked like a true dominant ace.
Yeah.
And now it changes things.
Everything.
He is now a weapon. He's a win day guy. And they can win a 7-game series.
He was perfect. He was perfect today.
Right.
And I don't think the stuff that I saw today I hadn't seen all year. It was 97, 98, had that nasty split, that nasty slider. But you know what it also does is it puts a little ease on the other starting pitching. Because now all of a sudden, Flaherty doesn't have to be perfect. They got Yamamoto doing what he's doing, right? And that bullpen, when you have a bullpen like they have right now, that they're hot, it eases everything. They can hit the long ball, so a 2-run homer is always in there for them. But also that bullpen, the way they've acted has been tremendous.
Yeah, and I think we're seeing that across the board. Yeah. In the playoffs, because you can do it in a short season. And this is where everybody gets all excited. Well, we can do this. You can't do it on 162. It just won't hold up. But right now, you can. And Greg, to your point, they did not have the pitching, let alone the starting pitching, to get them through. But what's happened with them, what's happened with the Yankees, has transformed their opportunities to make a run to the World Series because they've made them bullpen games. And if you get a start like Yamamoto, now you shorten it, obviously. But those two clubs that I mentioned, the Yankees and the Dodgers, they didn't have the pitching going in, but now...
This could be a major injury, by the way.
This was a huge...
Alex Vesia got fired up, then left the game.
Yeah, and we'll see how he did. But I tell you what, Kopech has really picked it up.
He can go multiple innings.
But even having to just go one, what they did tonight. But he's changed his whole career, this last run. And then Trinan seems like he's been doing this for 10, 15 years.
He's 36 years old.
I mean, he's been awesome. Ever since he went to Oakland, then he went to Tampa, and then he came here. I mean, he's been phenomenal with his stuff and knowing how to pitch. And here the Dodgers are. The bullpen got them there. And they shut down, folks, a great offense.
Yeah.
This isn't like they rolled into some team that did not have offense. They shut down a bunch of all-stars that were hot and they froze them quick.
Harold, I'll tell you this, the second largest win record in Padres history, you got to be able to score runs to be able to do that. Won 92 games. They're going to hit, and they shut them down.
Yeah.
8-0, then 2-0 in Game 5. The Dodgers move on to the National League Championship Series. Fun baseball team to watch all year long, the San Diego Padres. The fan base can't get enough of them. They pack out Petco. Second most wins in a single season in franchise history with 93. So a terrific campaign. Do we all have like a takeaway? What's that? One, as you look back at 2024, what's the first thing you're going to think about when it comes to San Diego Padres?
Well, I think they found their center fielder for the next 10 years. 21-year-old rookie all-star Jackson Merrill. I mean, look, this is a no-secret guy, one of their highest prospects, guy that wasn't even sure if he was going to make the ball club, right? This guy was a shortstop, and they said, hey, go to center field in spring training and see what you can do. What can you do? He ended up protecting Manny halfway through the year because he was one of their best bats. I think the future is bright, not only in center field, but I think just overall. They have a great manager. They have some great leaders. They'll be just fine. And this is going to be I feel like this is going to happen again, and they'll be on the other side of it.
You know, I'm excited for the Padres. They kind of revive baseball. Mm-hmm. You know, they're all a bunch of shortstops that you draft shortstop, bring them up as shortstops, and we'll figure out what to do with them. They're the most athletic team in all of baseball. And if you look at the new rules, they took advantage of it. They've got athletes on the field, and it starts with this guy. I mean, Fernando, what he's able to do, but this whole team, as you look around the roster, they're so athletic. I know we talk about and fell in love with home runs, but I'm talking about it starts with this kid, Tatis. What Fernando Tatis has done, he's come back and said, guys, I'm a player. And we've got a chance to see it. I was so thrilled to watch him perform the way he did on the highest stage.
Oh, man.
And when you said the question, what do I think about with San Diego? I think about personality. Man, they have fun playing baseball.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be fun. Mm-hmm. They have fun playing baseball. I loved it.
There are kids that fell in love with the game watching this group play.
That's right, no question.
You know what I mean?
No
They're cool. And I will say this, you brought up manager. I'll never forget being in spring training at Padres camp with you.
Yeah.
And we saw these two guys strolling in the morning. We showed up at like 7 a.m.
Half a mile away.
Yeah,
they were like in
practice
field
and they're walking on the track. It's A.J. Preller, the GM, and Mike Schilt. This is his first camp as the manager of the San Diego Padres. So we do the interview with Mike Schilt and ask, can we walk on the track with you? Because, you know, to kind of like symbolize what we saw earlier. And he said he told A.J., I want to go for a walk with you. If we're in the same city, I want a morning walk. We'll have our coffee. I want to be on the same page. Let me tell you something. We saw so many moments of great leadership from Mike Schilt. They got their manager. He was a great manager before at the St. Louis Cardinals. He's going to be in San Diego for a very long time. And I have a feeling in my bad knee that this isn't going to be the last time we see Dodgers-Padres in a postseason series.
No.
It's not going to be the last time. These two teams will be sparring for the NL West title for years to come.
メジャー翻訳速報。ドジャースとパドレスの激闘。その結果はドジャースの勝利でした。山本投手の圧巻の投球が試合の流れを決定づけましたね。97、98マイルの速球と鋭いスプリット、スライダーの組み合わせはパドレス打線を完全に寄せ付けませんでした。一方、キケ・エルナンデスのホームランが決勝点となり、ブルペンの継投も見事でした。この勝利でドジャースはリーグチャンピオンシップシリーズへ進出。パドレスは惜しくも敗れましたが、ジャクソン・メリルの活躍など未来への希望も見えた一戦でした。今回の動画はここまでです。この動画が面白いと思っていただけたらチャンネル登録、高評価よろしくお願いします。次回の動画でまたお会いしましょう。ご視聴ありがとうございました。